Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, we are here in the shop, and today's video is actually going to be a shop update video. If you guys have been paying attention to our live streams recently, I recently talked about just how hot it's been outside. It's been 100 plus degrees. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's already almost 90 degrees in here. So to help kind of provide some relief in here, we placed an order from the internet, and that is in this huge box right here. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and we'll show you what we got. Alright, so what's in this huge box? Let's find out. So as you guys can see in here, we have a very large fan. Well, I picked this up off the internet and the brand is actually Air King. So I was doing some research out there for basically shop or industrial application fans, and I came across Matt Mormon at Obsessed Garage, and he really recommended these Air King fans. I was like, alright. Started looking up prices on them, and boy are they expensive. I almost wanted a 30-inch application, but I decided for 24-inch, because what we're going to try to do is stick a fan in a corner there and a corner there up above the cabinets, if they'll fit, and maybe one more somewhere between the poster and that corner. I'm just not sure. So I want to get 2 or 3 of these fans just so that we have plenty of airflow in here. Because right now, when I'm in that third bay and I have the doors closed, or even if I have the doors open, there's not a lot of ventilation going over this part of the garage just because it's super tight. We've only got a couple feet between the lift and the car, and that's on both sides. So that's kind of how we ended up here with the Air King fan. Yes, it was expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. So like I was saying, this is their 24-inch fan. And this is actually the quiet model. So here's the fan itself, and there's not actually much to it. It's just the outer shells, the fan blades itself. Then somewhere in one of these boxes is the motor. The motor's inside there, so let's go ahead and get that opened up, and we'll show you what this fan kit includes. Alright, so here's the heart of this whole setup, and this is that fan motor that we were just talking about. I forget what horsepower it is. 2.3 amp. Thought there was a horsepower rating. Okay, so this is 1/4 horsepower. So that's actually a pretty powerful fan for what this is. I believe it includes 10 feet of cable, for your power cable. And what I think my plan is to actually mount the fan up above the cabinets over there, then just run the power cable kind of back behind the wall and then over into my plug setup over there. And that should be it. And I'll probably do that for both ends, probably one up in the very left corner and one kind of to the left of the hot water heater ventilation pipes, one there. And the only thing we're missing is actually the stand, which I think is in one of these boxes. Where is it? Oh, there it is. And there's the stand right there. So you've got your shroud, the fan blades in the box, the stands in the box, and your motor. Pretty simple setup. So this isn't very complex. There's only like 4 or 5 pieces. You just got to put it together. What I think I'm going to do is actually mock this up in place on the floor. That way I get overall dimensions of where I can fit this thing. And then we're going to go ahead and try to fit it in a space, hopefully, somewhere over in the third bay. If I have to put it on the wall, that's fine, not a big ordeal. Oh, and the other thing I forgot, this is an oscillating fan, just kind of like our fan over there. So this should move plenty of air throughout the shop. So let's go ahead, get this thing assembled, mocked up, and we'll go get it on the wall. All right, guys, you'll see that we are above our toolbox, and we made sure that we have plenty of room for when the toolbox is open, that the bracket on the wall behind it isn't gonna hit it. So the fan's gonna be actually like up here about where my hand is. So we have plenty of clearance between the bracket, the wall, the toolbox. You guys will see that there's a lot of dirt. When I used my stud finder to find a stud, I thought I had a stud there. Like I had multiple marks of this successfully beeping, but when I drilled into it, there was nothing behind it but drywall. So not really sure why this thing was going off. Maybe there's a section of drywall and mud and screws, I don't know. But anyway, I moved over to the left, I found a stud here. You also see the marks there, I found a stud there. But anyway, I ended up choosing this side just because if we want to put up a poster or anything, we can go ahead and have plenty of room to the right. And then we used our Milwaukee battery powered drill. I'll have a link down below for this, the battery for it, and I used just my 3/8 adapter on it, and I end up using a 1/2 inch socket to drill the lag screws into the wall. So we should be good there. And I did want to show we are level. If you guys look, you guys will see that we are almost perfectly level. So now that the bracket is done on the wall, we're gonna go ahead and grab the motor. Just make sure you guys are careful. That motor weighs a solid 20 pounds at least, and it is kind of awkward being up over your head, being on a ladder or whatnot, and it could fall over real easily. So let's go grab that motor and we'll get that thing put in. All right guys, we have the motor up there. That thing is way more than 20 pounds. It might be almost 40 pounds. That's literally where all the weight from this whole setup is in this motor. And you guys will see that we have the adjuster screw there. We also have the big bolt that holds the motor to the bracket, and that is a 19mm socket. And what you want to do is actually tighten that bolt down before you get to the adjuster, because otherwise you're not going to be able to reach the bolt behind the adjuster. So now that the motor is actually on the wall, what I need to do now is actually go get the outer fan shroud, then the blade, and then the outer fan shroud. So let's do the fan shroud first. We've got the hardware for that here. And I believe all we're going to do here is screw through the bracket right here into the shroud itself, and we should be good to go. All right, this thing looks huge, but we are super up close to it. So we got the fan shroud on. They are 8mm bolts or a Phillips head screw. I ended up using a little bit of both. I used the Phillips head to start them, and I used a 8mm to tighten them down, so we should be good there. Now we got to get the fan blades on the outer shroud, and we should be done. All right, so we got the fan blades on. Nothing really special here. Just make sure you line up the flat part of the motor that's coming out. You put your set screw in there, you tighten that down. Just use a adjustable pair of pliers. Tighten that down, get that as tight as you can. You should be good to go. Oh, and also, there is a sticker on the back here that says towards rotor, and what they mean by that is the motor behind it. So make sure you put that on right, because that would be kind of embarrassing if you put the fan blades on the wrong way. So, all right guys, I'm not sure what you'll be able to hear, but the fan is on. Everything's tightened up. It does vibrate a little bit. I have seen complaints about that, but I did just kind of want to show you the final product of the Air King fan install. And yes, the Air King logo is sideways. Wasn't really paying attention when I put that in, but we'll fix that up later. All right guys, so there you go. That is the fan finished being installed on the wall, and as you guys can see, it is working. It is on low right now. My only complaint would be the little cord that they include is a little short, and I actually had to get a stool to turn the fan on and off. So probably be getting a longer piece of chain or something like that, and to use that to turn the fan on and off. Now this isn't going to be the only fan install you guys see on the channel. We're actually going to buy 2 more fans to put in over on the third bay. My initial goal was actually to put this fan in the third bay, but with that being 24 inch in diameter, it's probably more like 35 inches total with the fan shroud as well as the mount. There's no way that those were going to fit over there above the cabinets over there. And I even tried where that cardboard box is, I even tried to put that fan over there. I just put it up there for sizing, and there's no way that would fit. So we'll see 2 more fans installed on the third bay. You guys have seen this install, and we'll go from there. So that's actually it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications, as well as if you want to help support the channel, click all the links down below. I should be able to find a link to that fan, as well as check out our website, BonecrrusherSS.com. Thanks guys, have a great one.